I'm Kalani Hilliker and I'm from Scottsdale, Arizona. As a little girl, I was very outgoing and I feel like I was always busy, kind of like how I still am now. I was always the youngest of a bunch of older people. Like I danced, all my friends were at least 2 or 3 years older than me. So I've always kind of been the baby of the group, but always that like fun, outgoing baby that like they all want to like hang out with even though she's 3 years younger than them. I started dancing when I was 2 years old and honestly, I obviously didn't know much about it because I was 2 and I just did it because my mom put me in the dance class because she was like, oh, she's gonna look so cute in a little tutu. I'd say when I was about 8, 9, or 10 is when I actually started deciding that this is something that I really want to do and I want to like stick with this, not thinking that I was gonna ever be the dancer that I am now, but just kind of saying like I want to stick with this all through elementary and I don't want to, you know, play soccer or do the other things, because I did have a decision. I did club soccer and so I was very into that, and at one point when I was about 10 I had to decide like, is it soccer that I want to do or is it dance that I want to do to like keep going with, because I really didn't have time for both, and luckily I chose dance. Well, whenever I was younger and I was on Shake It Up, that's whenever that whole thing started happening, because people knew me from being on that show, which is actually so crazy that it was that long ago that this kind of lifestyle started to happen.
It's the moment you've been waiting for.
Guess who's coming to Shake It Up? A special guest spotlight dancer.
Sunday, November 27th on a special all-new episode.
We made our mark, and now we're gonna shake it up.
Watch the dream come true when the winners of Make Your Mark, AK Squared, finally get the spotlight.
And people would start to recognize who I was just like walking around, or I did go to school at that point in time, so like the little kindergarteners would come up to me, and even sometimes like the 8th graders would be like, oh, I know who you are, and at that time I was only in like 4th grade. It obviously has gotten crazier ever since I've been on Dance Moms. I know that a lot of people will like look at my Instagram or other things and be like, oh, she's so perfect, she has the most amazing life. People are always judging you no matter what you do. It's like you have one flaw and people just make it the biggest thing in the world. Some people will be like, you don't have as many followers as this person, or you look ugly in that picture you just posted. So that's something that we all go through. Everybody goes through that, whether it's just a friend at school or somebody who's commenting to you like on Instagram that you don't even know. I think that everybody goes through that type of thing. I personally just try to brush it off, because you just have to remember that as many haters as you might have, there's so many more lovers. And that's something that you have to always remember, is you always have your friends, you always have your family, and the people that are always going to be with you. You always have your dog or your goldfish or something. And it's like, there's so many more lovers than there are haters, and that's something you always have to remember. I know that it's hard to sometimes not think about what other people think of you, but honestly you can't. You're gonna be who you want to be, and if they don't like you, just keep them out of your life. That's what blocking is for. Block them, keep them away. Like literally, you have to cut yourself like from all the bad things in your life. There's so many people that love you and care about you, and they think you're beautiful, so think you're beautiful yourself. Because I know, especially me, I'm very hard on myself, and even just like looking at a picture, I'm like, nope, don't like it, next one, next one, next one. I feel like you always have to remember that you're beautiful no matter what. To me, you're so beautiful now means that you're beautiful on the inside and on the outside. It doesn't matter if you have some flaws going on, you're having a bad hair day, you're still the same person you are on the inside. And that's something that you always have to remember, is that you just have a beautiful personality and you're a beautiful person. You also have to remember that you have to be a good person too. You can't be commenting on their page, saying bad things, and then expect them to do the same towards you. So I think everybody just needs to be nice to each other, because we're all in this together. I'm Kalani Hilliker, and you're so beautiful now.